Hello, everyone. Jav here from Cut and Make Crafts. Hello. Hello, everyone. Jav here from Cut and Make Crafts and the founder of the SVG Superstar Coaching Program. And today I am going live talking about the 3 important questions that you need to ask yourself if you want to make extra cash from selling SVG cut files. For those of you who are new here, I am Jav. I help crafters with a full-time job make extra cash on the side from selling SVG cut files and make money on autopilot literally in your sleep. So in the past few days, I've been going live sharing everything that you need to know about starting a successful SVG business. All right, so on the first day, in the past couple of days, we have talked about what SVGs are and why SVGs are the bomb right now, why you need to get into this business right now. And I've also shared the types of SVGs that make money and my computer is just acting up. So I've shared with you guys the types of SVGs that make money and how to get over the fear of designing and launching your SVG business. So if you haven't watched any of these videos, you can check them out on my feed on Instagram, as well as on Facebook, as well as on YouTube. All right, so today we are talking about the questions that you need to ask yourself if you want to start an SVG business. So if you want to live your dream life, if you want to accomplish your goals, your money goals your financial goals by the end of this year, then this is the time to get started with an SVG business. And the reason I'm saying that is because the time it takes for your business to take off and to get that consistent monthly income is not going to be 6 months. It's not going to be 7 or 8 months. You need to give your business at least 12 months to take off and start giving you the money that you are actually planning to make. So let's talk about goals first, all right? Because I know you have big goals. You want to cut down your hours at work so you can spend more time with your family. You can spend more time with your kids. And if you are working as a nurse, it's such a hectic job to have so many hours packed together. So I know some of you might want to cut down your hours, and then you want to quit your job so you can be home with your kids. You want to retire early, or you want to take some days off so you can spend more time with your kids, or maybe you want to pay off your student debt, or maybe you want to pay off your home loan. Maybe you want to make just enough to send your kids to their dance lessons or their soccer practice. Or maybe your goal is to upgrade your family car, or maybe you want to go on this dream vacation with beautiful beaches, luxury hotels, luxury fine dining. Maybe that's your goal. That's my goal, at least. So and probably you've been wanting this for months or maybe years, right? Maybe 12 months, or you have been thinking about it for past 5 years or past 12 months or maybe 6 months. And all these days have passed and you're just sitting there without making any moves that will help you in reaching your goals. Like, just think about it. First out, think about what your goal is. What's your dream? What do you want to do in the next couple of days, in the next couple of months? What is it that you want to do that you've been procrastinating on? You have been postponing it and you've been putting away for so long just because you don't have enough money? What is it? And think about how long have you been thinking about that? How long that thought has been on your mind? For how long have you been wanting to go on that trip? For how long have you been wanting to get rid of that student debt, right? So think about it. And also, I want you to take a moment and I don't want to say think about it again and just ponder over why you haven't reached your goal yet. Why haven't you why haven't you paid off your student debt until now? Why haven't you paid off your home loan until now? Why haven't you cut down your hours until now? What is stopping you? What is the roadblock? Think about it. Because all these days have passed and you're just sitting there without making any moves, and it will not help you in reaching your goals. And if you don't take action right now, I can guarantee you that you'll be sitting here in the same state 12 months from now. I've seen multiple people who come up to me. They say they want to achieve a certain goal. They want to start an SVG business so they can pay off their home loans. But then when I provide them with the solution, with the step-by-step plan, they don't want to do the work. And that's why it's been like 12 months. And if you talk to them, they're still stuck in the same place. So how do you get out of this situation? So what can you do right now so that you can accomplish all these goals 12 months from now while working your full-time job? So I have 3 questions that you can ask yourself. You can grab a pen and a paper and write it down. So the first question you need to ask yourself is, how can I achieve my goals fastest? So first and foremost, you need to ask yourself, how can I achieve this goal fastest? So first of all, write down the number 1 goal you want to achieve. Whatever goal is on your mind. Based on the list of goals that I mentioned earlier, what's your number 1 goal? First, write that down. And then ask yourself, how can I achieve my goals fastest? Because you have already wasted all these months and years just sitting there doing nothing about accomplishing your goals, and your kids are probably getting older. You're missing out on all these amazing moments with your kids while you're working your full-time job, and probably your interest is getting accumulated. So you need to find a way to start making extra cash as soon as possible to pay off that home loan. And how do you do all of this with a full-time job without compromising any more of your family time, without getting frustrated? What can you do right now? What is the easiest thing you can do right now to achieve your goals fastest? Write down whatever comes to your mind. So the second question you need to ask yourself is, how can I make the most of my time? So right now you're probably working a 9-to-5 job, or some days you're working a 12-hour shift nonstop. So once you get home, you have all these chores piled up. You got to do the dishes, you got to help the kids with their homework, you got to do the laundry, you got to prep the dinner, you got to prep the lunch for next day. And you also need to have sometimes to spend some quality time with your kids, with your husband, with your family members, right? So whatever little time you have at the end of the day, you can't be spending that time on YouTube trying to figure out how to design SVGs, how to package them. You can't be on Facebook groups asking people, how do I package my SVG to sell on Etsy? How do I save my designs in Design Space to sell on Etsy? Like, you don't have time for all these. Doing all of these will just slow you down, and you'll see that even after spending 1 to 2 hours looking for tutorials, you'll be stuck at the same place, all frustrated and far, far away from your goal. Because your time is extremely precious, right? You first of all, you have such little time on your hands, and every single minute, every single second is precious. If you don't value your time, I can guarantee you that you'll be stuck at this very place for the next 6 years. And by then, the SVG industry would have evolved further, would have grown in leaps and bounds, with a ton of established designers who right now are just working towards achieving their goals. So think about it. Do you want to just sit there and watch everyone else grow and watch their businesses grow? Or do you actually want to get involved and start seeing that money coming in, start seeing those sales coming in? Which pathway do you want to go to? So these are some questions that you need to ask yourself if you want to make extra cash from SVGs. Then think about your family. What's best for the future of your kids? What's best for your family? Is DIYing your way to make a living from SVGs the best thing for your kids' future? Because if you DIY this, it will take you 6 to 7 years to perfect it, to see some traction based on the limited amount of time that you have right now. And who knows if you're even going to have this job next year or next to next year, because pandemic hit. And when pandemic hit us, it was, nobody expected it to get so bad. Like, so many businesses were closed down, so many people lost their jobs. So you never know when you're going to lose your job next, right? So if you are spending all that precious time that you have trying to jump onto YouTube videos, trying to make sense of YouTube videos for designing SVG cut files, and while you have the job and you're spending all this time, and all of a sudden this cushion, the job which is acting as your financial cushion, gets pulled away, what are you going to do at that time? You got to plan in advance. How are you going to support your kids? How are you going to support your family if you lose your job all of a sudden? Right now you have your job, and instead of using your job as an investment, you're using your salary as an investment. You are spending time trying to figure everything out all on your own. And you could be selling SVGs in the next 30 days. You could be selling profitable SVGs in the next 30 days, but you are spending that time. Instead, you are taking the long route, which is spending 6 to 12 months trying to figure everything out on your own. Yet you haven't made that amount. Because so think about this. Is taking 6 to 7 years to build a profitable SVG business really going to help your kids, when you could be you could be starting and running a profitable business in just next 30 days? What is wiser? Is it wise to start making money from SVGs in the next 30 days? Or is it wise to do it all on your own and spend 6 to 7 years trying to figure everything out? Which one is wiser? You decide for yourself. Because is it really going to help you in paying off your home loan, or is it just going to increase your debts if you wait 6 to 7 years? And if your child is 3 years old right now, in 2 years, she'll be like around 5. she'd want to go to all these extracurricular lessons, dancing, swimming, theater. Plus, you might just have another child by then. And with the inflation rate, we just saw the news a couple of days ago. US inflation rate hits 40 years high. And with that inflation rate, your expenses are going to skyrocket. So how are you going to afford all of this, provided that there's barely any promotions these days? So your expenses are going to increase, but your income is going to stay in one place. So how are you going to afford all these additional expenses? How are you going to give the life of their dream to your kids if the expenses are increasing and increasing and your income stays stable? You need to figure out a way to make extra cash so you can beat all these extra income that is increasing day by day. You need to make some tough decisions right now that will beautify the future of your family. It all depends on you, what decisions you make right now. What is the wiser choice? To DIY your way and waste whatever little time you have at your hands after work, DIYing and YouTubing everything? Or is it wiser to follow a step-by-step plan which will help you in making money in the next 30 days? So the question is open-ended. It's up to you for you to decide. I know crafters who have been watching my videos for more than a year now. They want to make a living from SVGs, but they're just stuck at the same place because they're not valuing their time. They're not serious about accomplishing their goals ASAP, and they're not looking at the bigger picture. They just want to DIY their way through everything, and that's why 12 months have passed and some people are just stuck at the very same place. You need to think about, it's not just about money, it's also about time. Time is money. The lesser amount of time you can put into something to make the most amount of money, that's success. You work 20 hours in a week and you make 10K. That's success. So you need to think you have very limited time if you want to make big changes in your life. You must make big decisions right now. And that means overcoming the fear that's holding you back from making those decisions. So if you want to learn how to sell SVGs in a profitable way, then check out my free SVG business success roadmap. If you're on Instagram, you can grab it from the link on jav.svg.superstar. And if you are on Facebook or YouTube, you can check out the description and you'll get the link to sign up and download the free SVG business success roadmap. The roadmap will show you what exactly you need to do to start and sell SVGs, to start an SVG business and sell SVGs profitably. All right, so that's it from me for today. I will see you guys next on Saturday or Sunday because I'll be going to Brisbane for a couple of days to attend a wedding, and then I'll be back on Sunday. All right, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the comment section, and if you want the roadmap, if you can't find the roadmap, just leave me a comment or a message. All right, so thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.